Peter Pan. The enchanting narrative unfolds in London, where the Darling family resides. This household includes the parents Mr. S and Mr. Darling, along with their three beloved children Michael, John, and their eldest daughter Wendy. Wendy is portrayed as a profoundly loving girl, consistently nurturing and caring for her siblings. Their unique nanny is a large Newfoundland dog named Nana, who looks after the children. An intriguing moment arises when a wish is uttered for the arrival of Peter Pan. The very next evening, a pivotal event occurs as Mr. S and Mr. Darling prepare to depart for a party. They call their children John, Michael and Wendy, who dutifully come downstairs, receiving warm hugs from their mother before heading back to their bedroom to sleep. Shortly after the children drift off, a luminous presence descends upon the roof, signaling the magical return of Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. Peter Pan quietly opens the window and swiftly enters the house, while Tinkerbell, with her characteristic vibrancy, begins to fly around every corner, creating noise and inadvertently dislodging objects. Peter Pan, ever mindful, urges her to be quiet to avoid waking the sleeping children. Tinkerbell, in her playful exploration, discovers a drawer where Peter Pan's errant shadow is hiding. Peter immediately seizes his shadow, attempting to reattach it, but his efforts are in vain as he struggles. Wendy is revealed to be awake, silently observing him with her jaw agape. Peter Pan, noticing her, softly requests her not to move. Wendy, with a natural curiosity, questions his identity and purpose. He introduces himself as Peter Pan and explains his predicament with the runaway shadow. With an innate helpfulness, Wendy offers to assist, taking a needle and thread to carefully sew his shadow back into place. During the process of Wendy mending his shadow, Peter Pan recounts tales of his extraordinary life in Neverland. He reveals that he resides there with the Lost Boys, serving as their fearless captain, and shares how he delights them with stories. Tinkerbell, observing this growing connection, begins to feel a surge of jealousy. Wendy, captivated by his descriptions, expresses admiration for his adventurous existence. Peter Pan then extends a thrilling invitation, asking her to come to Neverland. Wendy, eager for the adventure, inquires if her brothers can join them, to which Peter Pan enthusiastically agrees, suggesting she could be a mother figure to the Lost Boys and entertain them with bedtime stories. Once Wendy finishes sewing, ensuring the shadow is securely attached, Peter Pan expresses his gratitude, presenting her with a distinctive walnut pendant as a token of his appreciation. Wendy then introduces her brothers John and Michael to Peter Pan, and both boys are overjoyed to meet him. The time comes for their departure, and Peter Pan initiates their journey by teaching them to fly. He explains that it is quite simple, one only needs to believe and receive a small amount of pixie dust. He summons Tinkerbell, who with a slight hesitation showers them with the magical dust. Ready for their adventure, they embark on their flight. Their aerial path takes them past iconic London landmarks such as the London Bridge and the Clock Tower, and soon they are soaring high above the clouds. With the first ray of sunlight in the morning, they glimpse what is described as the world's largest building. After flying for some miles, they finally behold Neverland and gently descend onto soft clouds to admire the stunning view. Upon their arrival, they are immediately struck by the beauty of Everland. They observe the tranquil Mermaid Lagoon. Peter Pan points out the distant Red Indian camp and issues a stern warning against ignoring the formidable ship the Jolly Roger, which serves as the abode for Captain James Hook and his menacing pirates. Peter Pan describes Hook as the meanest pirate imaginable. Yet paradoxically, he is deeply afraid of a particular crocodile. He elaborates on this fear, explaining that during a past confrontation, he severed Hook's hand with his sword. The crocodile then consumed Hook's detached hand and developed such a fondness for the taste that it now relentlessly pursues him, aiming to devour him entirely. Fortunately for Hook, the crocodile had swallowed a clock, and its rhythmic tick-tock sound serves as a crucial warning of its approach. At this very moment a pirate, observing through a spyglass, spots Peter Pan and his companions, quickly alerting Captain Hook. Captain Hook confirms the sighting with his own spyglass, then commands his crew to prepare. Either cannon, aim it at Peter Pan and fire, declaring his intent not to let Peter escape alive. This time the children, innocent in their understanding, mistake the incoming cannonball for a toy and express a desire to play with it. Peter Pan quickly corrects their misunderstanding, clarifying it is a dangerous cannonball, and instructs Tinker Bell to lead the children to a safer location while he engages Hook. Tinker Bell, however, harbors a mischievous plan to eliminate Wendy. She tells Wendy to remain in her current position, promising to return. She then swiftly guides John and Michael to safety on the shore while Wendy struggles in the sky, skillfully evading the cannonball. Peter Pan directly confronts Captain Hook. He taunts Hook, asking if he desires another hand. Hook retaliates by firing his gun, but Peter Pan gracefully dodges every shot, moving like a nimble bird. Meanwhile, Tinker Bell calls upon the Lost Boys for assistance. The Lost Boys consist of 5 individuals: Toodles, Nibs, Slightly Curly, and Twins. Tinker Bell deceitfully informs them that Peter Pan has commanded them to eliminate that windy bird, and they must comply with Peter's order. Obediently, all the Lost Boys string their arrows and aim them at Wendy. Wendy, still struggling to locate her companions, calls out for Peter Pan, John, Michael, and Tinker Bell. Tragically, Nibs releases his arrow, striking Wendy directly in the chest, causing her to fall into the bushes below. All the Lost Boys, accompanied by Tinker Bell, rush to examine the fallen bird. Simultaneously, Peter Pan challenges Captain Hook to meet him on the shore. Peter Pan leaps to the ground, sword in hand, and they engage in an intense sword fight. Suddenly, the ominous tick-tock of the clock reverberates, thoroughly distracting Captain Hook. The hungry crocodile appears, terrifying Captain Hook, who flees in panic towards his ship. The Lost Boys, upon reaching the bushes, discover that the bird is in fact a beautiful girl. They question Tinker Bell, bewildered as to why he instructed them to kill her. Peter Pan arrives at the scene with John and Michael, demanding to know what transpired and who fired the arrow. Tinker Bell, realizing her treachery is exposed, retreats and hides in a tree. The Lost Boys disclose that Tinker Bell had claimed Peter ordered them to kill her, believing her to be a bird. Peter Pan, enraged by Tinker Bell's deception, tells her to remain hidden and never show her face to him again. He then attends to Wendy, worriedly asking what happened and urging her to open her eyes. Peter Pan carefully removes the arrow from her chest, only to realize there is no blood. The arrow had struck the walnut pendant he had given to Wendy, which had miraculously protected her. Wendy slowly opens her eyes, expressing that she was looking for him. Peter Pan reassures her that he is there and invites her into the house. Once inside, Wendy offers to tell the boys a bedtime story, to their delight, choosing the tale of Cinderella. The following day, the group embarks on a visit to the Mermaid Lagoon, where beautiful mermaids. Peter's friends reside. Their peaceful visit is abruptly interrupted when a boy shouts "pirates," prompting everyone to seek cover behind rocks. Peter Pan and Wendy observe the pirates, who have captured and tied up Tigress Lily, the Indian princess, leaving her stranded on a rock in the lagoon. Peter Pan immediately declares his resolve to save her, employing a clever ruse. Peter Pan mimics Captain Hook's voice, commanding the pirates to release Tigress Lily. The pirates, confused, remind him that Hook had ordered them to capture her. Peter Pan, maintaining his disguise, insists it is a new strategy to ensnare Peter Pan and reiterates his command to let her go. The pirates, deceived, set Tigress Lily free, and she swiftly returns to the Indian camp. When Captain Hook discovers Peter Pan's trickery, he is consumed by fury, vowing to teach Peter Pan a lesson and announcing his imminent arrival. That night, Wendy shares a poignant story with the boys about 3 children who left their parents to fly to Neverland, whose mother and father missed them dearly. She narrates that although the children loved Neverland, they never forgot their home. Wendy highlights the striking resemblance of the story to their own journey, emphasizing that their parents must be awaiting their return and that they should go home. They collectively decide to depart the next morning. The lost boys, concerned about who will tell them stories once Wendy leaves, prompt her to invite them to come along and live with them in London. This invitation fills the boys with immense joy. Peter Pan is then asked if he wishes to accompany them. He expresses his sadness at the prospect of his friends leaving him all alone. However, he steadfastly refuses to go, declaring his unwavering desire to remain a boy and never experience a life where elders dictate his actions. He firmly states his wish to never grow up. The next morning, the children prepare to leave the house, but Peter Pan, still sad about their departure, does not emerge to see them off. Unbeknownst to them, Captain Hook's pirates are concealed nearby. They ambush and capture all the children, tying them up and transporting them to the pirate ship. Tinkerbell witnesses the abduction from a treetop and realizes she must alert Peter Pan. She finds Peter Pan and informs him that the pirates have captured their friends. Peter Pan, resolute, agrees to go and feed Captain Hook to the crocodile on the pirate ship. All the children are bound. Hook gloats, declaring them to be a perfect meal for the crocodile, which he believes will then spare him forever. Peter Pan confronts Hook confidently, stating that he has him. Captain Hook and Peter Pan then engage in a fierce sword fight. Peter Pan lunges with his sword, causing Hook to fall into the sea. The crocodile, finally achieving its long-sought desire, swallows Captain Hook whole, bringing an end to the villainous pirate. Tinkerbell then unties the relieved children. They gather around Peter Pan, hailing him as a brave hero from stories. Peter Pan, feeling honored, states that he will tell his story to all the children as they prepare for their return journey. The children once again plead with Peter Pan to join them. Peter Pan reiterates his identity as Peter Pan, the boy who never grows up, but agrees to accompany them as far as their home. They all set off for London. Upon their arrival, Wendy's parents, Mr. and Mr. S. Darling, are overjoyed to see their children again, embracing Wendy, John, and Michael warmly. Mr. S. Darling expresses her certainty that they would return and how profoundly she missed her children. Mr. S. Darling then inquires about the other children present. Wendy introduces the lost boys, Toodles, Nibs, Slightly Curly, and the twins, explaining that they have come from Neverland to live with them. Mr. Darling readily agrees to their stay, prompting celebratory cheers from everyone. Peter Pan, floating outside the window, is then asked by Wendy if he wishes to reconsider his decision. Peter Pan firmly states that he will remain in Neverland, where he will never have to grow up. He bids goodbye to Wendy and the boys, urging them not to forget him. Peter Pan and Tinkerbell wave farewell one last time and fly away back to Neverland. The detailed chronology of Peter Pan's adventure in the source reveals several key concepts and thematic insights. Firstly, the narrative emphasizes the power of belief and imagination. The ability to fly is directly linked to believing in one's head, and a sprinkle of pixie dust highlighting how belief is a catalyst for extraordinary feats. This concept is central to the magic of Neverland and the children's ability to transcend ordinary limitations. The story also beautifully portrays the bonds of family and the longing for home. Wendy, despite the allure of Neverland, Tell. Essay story that reminds the lost boys and herself of the comfort and importance of their parents and their desire to return to their familial roots. This contrasts sharply with Peter Pan's profound wish to remain forever a boy, symbolizing a desire to escape the responsibilities and complexities of adulthood, which is a powerful driving force for his character. His refusal to grow up means he cannot fully integrate into the traditional family unit even when given the opportunity. Furthermore, the source illustrates the complexities of loyalty and friendship. Tinkerbell's jealousy toward Wendy leads her to commit a malicious act, deceiving the Lost Boys into attacking Wendy. This incident reveals the darker side of friendship and the destructive nature of envy, yet Peter Pan's swift and firm reaction to Tinkerbell's betrayal underscores the importance of trust and safety within his group. Despite her actions, Tinkerbell remains loyal to Peter Pan, eventually alerting him to the children's capture show. Witnessing a nuanced relationship, the constant battle between Peter Pan and Captain Hook serves as the primary conflict in the narrative, embodying the archetypal struggle between good and evil, freedom and control. Hook's fear of the crocodile caused by Peter Pan's past actions adds a layer of vulnerability to the villain and introduces a unique ticking element of suspense. The eventual demise of Captain Hook by the very creature he fears provides a satisfying resolution to this long-standing conflict. The integration of the Lost Boys into the Darling family at the end also signifies the theme of found family and the potential for new beginnings and acceptance beyond traditional structures, providing a heartwarming conclusion for the Lost Boys who finally find a home and parents.